Okay, welcome back, everybody. It is a nice Wednesday afternoon here in San Diego. It just rained, and now the sun's starting to poke out. This is now going to be coverage of week two of the Calvin and Hobbes 2023 tournament. I'm joined by two probably legendary in their own minds, but legendary nonetheless, Kryptos and Spy. How are you guys doing?
Living the dream, thanks.
Doing.
Okay, that was great. Wonderful. Talking at the same time, talking over each other. You
That's
can
how
tell
good.
that.
That's how well Skate and I know each other. Is that we
I mean,
just
I really brought out the big guns here.
yeah.
These guys are, the most hard to get, the highest class commentating team that I could put together. But anyway, just to quickly recap what happened in game one, we had some pretty interesting games, and just in case people are watching this for the first time, this year we sort of split the types of games into two different categories: the two teams and the free for all games. So the two team board, we still have a bunch of Div zeros because frankly we haven't played that many two team games yet. But I guess Kryptos has the first or the highest like real score with one win and one loss. Hopefully that'll change as we get more games under our belts. Spy with a nice 2 wins and 0 losses. Me with 0 wins and 4 losses. So
hate to see it.
yeah, you hate to see it, but I blame my teammates definitely. If you saw the last if you saw the last video, you'll see some interesting behavior by some players.
I have
Particularly
no idea who it
particularly one
might be.
around here, and then of course the other component, the other game type was just straight free for all, and we see Frederick who made a rare appearance last, or I guess 2 Sundays ago. Put up some decent points. We'll see if he's able to hold on to that nice ratio if he once he gets more games under his belt. But we had good performances from Spy, Kryptos, of course, MP. Pretty much, a lot of players were able to get over that 1-to-1 ratio, which is always a good psychological barrier to overcome. Unfortunately, the nasty one, not having the best day. So I mean, I know
Yeah.
he has the potential to turn things around. So I'm not really too concerned about him just yet. I see that he's actually in this first game, and so we might see a turnaround here. Who knows? They're against the nasty one, though. We have some stiff competition from the likes of John God, who I think is the host. The you know the fantastic Frenchman, Father Xmas, a
Flying.
a returning fenster who I don't believe we've seen him for several years now. He's one of John God's friends. Always good to see him. Gorilla, there's too much snow in Colorado to take his kids to the amusement park or whatever it is, and so he's inside playing some Myth. Always good to have him around because he's a good guy to play with, and he's also pretty freaking good. And then MP. So are you guys ready to jump into these games? Do you guys have anything that you want to say prior to us jumping in, or anything like that?
I just wanted to say, like regarding last week's game, or not these ones we're gonna watch, but prior. In Spy, maybe you agree with me. I think there was a little bit of rust on some players.
Yeah,
I
I
could
would.
see it with Nasty One. I kind of felt that with you,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
definitely with me. So I kind of felt like there was yeah, some rust visible in those
Yeah,
games.
yeah. There's definitely some visible. I'd agree with you completely. Definitely some visible rust. I noticed it myself, and I think we all talked about it while we were playing because I think these are our first. And like, good on you, Overdose, for picking us into doing something and helping doing the organizing. Um, but I think these are our first organized games in feel like probably like 5 6 months, if not. like somewhere around there. I don't think that's a stretch to say that. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Myth is one of those games where it's not like riding a bike. You have to keep working at it if you want to play your best. I mean, I'm sure there's some sort of muscle memory in there, especially in a game like World War II, where it's all kind of reflexes and that sort of thing. But to play your best, I mean, you gotta keep playing. But unfortunately, ever since that huge rush, that huge increase of players during the pandemic, it's kind of been a steady downhill in terms of the Myth population. So we take what we can get, and if we can get some really good games in this tournament, I think we'll all be happy. So
yeah, for sure.
yeah. Okay, so let's see what this is all about. Any kind of prognostications or predictions about who you think might succeed in these games, or where other people might falter, or anything like that?
I'll let you go first.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say MP's a boat anchor to whatever team he's on, so feel bad for whoever has to team up with him. But no, I think you just have it's a strong crew, overall, everybody's strong in their own way. So, but I think it'll be interesting to see how they play as a team, because a lot of these guys haven't teamed up, played many games together in months. So you don't know. It might just turn into everyone doing their own solo thing. So
Okay. How about you, Kryptos?
Well, I mean, Gorilla, I feel like he can come back anytime and play at 1999 levels. I mean, it's built into him. He's just a solid player. The nasty one, hopefully, he's got the rust off, and not quite sure if he'll get the KD motivation to, he wants to have it, but hopefully that rusted off, and he does a little better this time around. Maybe not to see, but looking at John God, if he's hosting especially, I think he might do well, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, he tends to put up some game settings, and sometimes he'll actually forget to tell people what the game type is. And so I think it's kind of an inherent advantage for him, in addition to him being the host, obviously. And so don't really count him out, as well as Fenster, who I'm sure is sort of mentally connected to John God somehow, and so they can probably stir up some chaos together. But yeah, I mean, we've been talking for a while. Let's just jump into these games. Okay. So it's an auto squad game. 2 teams. We have. Hold on, I need to shift up. Shift F7. Okay. Yeah. So we have the nasty one, Fenster, and Empy in the western side of the map, and then the northeast corner, we have Father Xmas, Gorilla, and John God. This map, I'm not too familiar with it. Have you guys had much experience with this map?
No, sir.
No.
Okay,
No.
well, maybe it's a John God original. Who knows? But
looking at these 2 teams before they meet up, what team do you have?
Again, preference. Who's gonna win?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna bet with Gorilla and John God and X.
I would bet on the nasty one. I think he's going to be extra nasty today.
Have you seen these already?
No, I haven't.
That's kind of cool. None of us.
Oh, looks like some friendly fire there from Gorilla, perhaps shaking off some rust.
Yeah, don't embarrass me now, Gorilla.
Yeah, the analysis pre-game really is very true.
Yeah, well,
that getting shot up on the green?
Yeah, so we see the nasty one really taking the lead here. He is taking fire from several different... Oh, almost a grenade. Oh, I forgot the caps lock. Let me caps lock. Okay.
So green is
Oh, we have the nasty one going for the control clicks. He's trying to control click Father Xmas. Oh, he gets him with the regular... Oh, nice fire nade from
he's gonna go
Gorilla.
down.
And Gorilla's gonna get shot. Oh, oh, wow, nice,
What
beautiful,
a turn.
beautiful shot by John God with the blow the guy up and then blow the other guy up. Beautiful.
Sometimes the myth gods just smile on you and get those hits.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for the nasty one because I mean he made some good moves there. Unfortunately, MP was the collateral damage, and I really don't feel any kind of remorse for that whatsoever. So.
I have completely different.
All right. Oh, we got this nade here. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Oh, beautiful, beautiful throw.
Oh, wow.
Nice toss.
That was a beautiful toss by yes, that was Fenster, showing us
showing us going on there.
Yeah, that was a beautiful throw. Most damage, 17 kills, still green.
Wow, so much for that prediction. But interesting. Starting locations, I didn't quite catch how close they were, but it seemed like the nasty one team definitely had good positioning on these guys. Like,
yeah, it looks like there's more of a hill advantage, like coming down from their side.
oh
like
yeah,
looking down from the flag, like Gorillas had that ridge, but then they were coming up from the water. So
Yeah, well, I mean, I think all three of the black team, they were sort of here,
yeah,
and then you see the bodies. They were obviously shooting uphill, and that's kind of not where you want to be. But you also saw some interesting grenades and that other kind of stuff.
yeah, the hijinks.
A beautiful zook from who was it, John God?
Yeah, that was a nice touch there.
Yeah, so I mean, there was a little back and forth, even though I think the positioning could have been different. But overall, it was kind of interesting. And
over.
this was the appetizer. Hopefully, there's still plenty of more games to enjoy.
Yeah,
Let's just jump right in to game number 2. This is Cracked Grounds. This is definitely one of the... Yeah, let me see who made this. I don't see any signatures or anything like that. I don't know. But, yeah, I think this is a John God original. He redid all of the basic maps. I don't know why he turned it red. But, okay, so we have almost starting next to each other. We have Team Ah Shit with Gorilla, the Nasty One, and John God versus Father Xmas, Fenster, and Empy. I'm actually going to go with Father Xmas, Fenster, and Empy on this one because of the European connection. The Xmas and Empy are the two guys that really play a lot together. But what about you guys?
I'll take the other. Team.
Okay.
Just to oppose.
I'm just. I just have a lot of respect for Gorilla, and hopefully the nasty one hopefully he keeps up his aggressiveness.
Yeah, because
demonstrated.
Even though he took off the tag, I still consider him part of Creeping Deaths. Oh, nice fire nade there.
Once you are KD, you're KD forever. But
Flag captured. 5 minutes remaining.
Okay, it's not looking good for Team Euro. Father Xmas has been killed.
They should have. Oh, I guess they're going to pinch the other. Who's that?
Oh, how did he survive that? Okay.
So they still have the advantage there.
Oh,
Nice. People have their RPGs on point. That's for sure.
yeah. I mean that's one of the interesting things about this map because it, normally I think it's literally the flattest map. Of all the reg maps, and John God really added a lot of interesting ridges and other sort of terrain elevation changes to make to make the zooking possibilities very, very interesting.
Yeah, zook friendly, that's for sure. But those are just nice. I don't know how that guy survived the zook to the face, but just a nice. Just they pushed fast right away, took advantage of the other. I think the other team, one of the guys fire naded himself, so that didn't help anything.
I mean, we see Father Xmas with -2 damage. So something.
I just didn't want to name names.
Yeah, something might have happened there. I don't know, but
It was probably Empty's fault.
yeah, it probably was. I mean, I'm guessing Fenster was the one who shot that nice zook into this area. That again, I don't know how that guy survived, but he was a great shot. So I mean, we've seen 2 back-to-back great games from Fenster. I'm very impressed with the way he's come out of the gate so far. The nasty one also with some nice damage. We'll see what Gorilla we haven't really called his name too much except for that one RPG where he perhaps misfired and shot his own people.
But he definitely had one of the zooks in this game. Like he was on one of those. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, he does have 1 kill, so it's good to see that. And I think there's actually a very good mixture of people. Nice group of 6.
Yeah.
If I could kind of add on to that, I found certain players' personalities kind of adapt to who they're playing with. Like sometimes, and this might not just look speculative, but the nasty one might be stepping up his game because there might be other players that aren't usually there, and so he's going to take that leadership role. And whereas maybe he wouldn't otherwise, if that makes sense, like kind of stepping up to the plate, feeling like, all right, I have to. But
yeah, I mean, there's actually a technical name for that. We learned it in business school, and I have since forgotten it, and that's probably why I'm not working right now, and I'm talking to you guys on a Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, so there's definitely opportunities to step up, show your leadership potential, and
on the flip side of that, there's Gorilla, where I'm not sure, because I don't remember the last time he's played, if he's familiar with the skill level of these players he's currently playing with. So if you were playing with people he were familiar with that he knew were, veterans or a real challenge, he might step up his game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah,
it just kind of works that way,
Yeah, I think it's that. I think you're right. I think it's just that care factor, right? That if you're with stronger players, that you want to play better and not get rolled. So.
Right.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would also make the argument that if the game was populated with, the karmas and the rapers and what have you, then Gorilla probably wouldn't show up because I had assumed that he would turn tail and run because that's just the kind of person that he is.
Oh, gosh.
So, who
Man,
knows?
I thought you'd say that about MP, not about Gorilla. That's
Yeah, no.
shocking.
Gorilla's a
That's
beast.
shocking, disgusting behavior, buddy.
No, I've seen MP play any game against anybody. It doesn't matter. He's always down. Yeah.
And I love it because if he gets destroyed, he'll still say that he's the best. Like, the confidence that guy has is unbelievable.
It's either confidence or sarcasm. Not really sure which one it is. But that being said, let's go to this game. It is King of the Hill combat. 2 teams again. Let's see how the myth gods determine the teams here. Okay, so we got John God, Fenster, and Empy against the nasty one Gorilla and Father Xmas. I'm gonna have to say that I like the nasty one Gorilla and Father Xmas. How about you guys?
Fine.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
just gonna let you, for like all the future answers, you can respond first, so that way we don't over talk each other. That works for you.
Oh yeah, whatever's easiest, buddy. Yeah, didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, tough to bet against that team, for sure. I don't know. I like what Fenster's doing though. I'm going with Fenster's team.
gonna go with Gorilla again.
Okay, I mean,
This is a
these
map.
guys just walked right into each other's zuking lines. The nasty one being, oh, really aggressive.
See ya.
Bailed out by a guerrilla RPG that kills John God.
5 minutes remaining.
And I think even with the rest, like, if the rest is there for a gorilla, so sort of showing like the skill, you can just float an RPG like that in, like on an uneven like angle terrain like that, and he's able to get it right in the face.
Yeah, I mean that was a great shot, and it really did turn the tide of the game because I strongly believe that Team John God actually had the upper hand. Oh, starting from that initial exchange, and now the tides may have turned again. Empy with actually a nice RPG there.
That's really nice. Those short-range RPGs, you have to give respect to that.
Oh, I'm surprised that RPG didn't pop, which would have killed the nasty one. Now he's able to heal. Gorilla has to survive.
Yeah, they better keep it.
Oh,
They should be ISOing Empy, but now it's a stab fight. Oh, this is not looking good here.
Gorilla was giving him the opportunity, though. Gorilla is good at this.
Team
Oh, and
there you go.
Wow.
all right, Kryptos. He knows how to choose them. I really I really thought the nasty one. Well, yeah, Fenster. He's on a rampage. He knows how to close out the game, I guess. But yeah, this original. Hold on, let me just. Okay, so this original Zook exchange right here really went in the way of John God's favor. You know, almost killing the nasty one. I feel like the nasty one was overly aggressive in that game. You know, he spent most of it, you know, with red health, and he had to kind of dance around the back and heal up. And you know, after getting zooked, he was kind of a non-factor. And I think, you know, Gorilla lobbed a beautiful RPG, which actually kind of turned the tide of the battle in the nasty one's favor. But then, you know, I think it was Empy. He got either Gorilla or Father Xmas with a RPG over here. Yeah, I mean, this was a game where the tide of battle really shifted, you know, 3 or 4 times, and it was, you know, way closer than I thought it would be based off the team compositions. What do you guys think?
That's your cue.
You want me to go, or are you going?
I'll let you go first each time, just so we're consistent.
Yeah, I think your summary of it was pretty spot on there, OD. That there was like 3 or 4 swings. I think at the end of the game, though, they definitely needed to exploit that 2-on-1. Like they let that sort of slip through, and not like if they were able to get Empy there, they would have. I think they would have won the game for sure. But it was a cool game. Definitely some great back and forth and big swings with it.
Oh, so you're talking when the nasty one was here, and Gorilla was here, and like
and
Empy was like here or something. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a 2-on-1 against Empy. Like they should have been more aggressive with that and get him out, and then they could just turn around and nasty one would have had time to come up the hill. But,
yeah, I agree. Gorilla really did all that he could have in his position. With now the nasty one healing, he was holding the hill and trying to give nasty one time to get up, you know, and join him in the fight up there. So again, I got to give props to Gorilla holding the ground. He did everything he could, really, in that kind of situation.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that someone's talking up Gorilla, because that allows me to do my thing against Gorilla, and it'll sort of balance out. Because you know, we don't want to have any, you know, we want to have multiple perspectives here. You know, we don't want to just pile on and come to some unanimous conclusion that somebody is good or bad or whatever. So
we can't be too nice, right?
Never.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, there's definitely you know, some agree to disagree and that sort of thing, and so that, yeah, I think that's really good. So yeah, I mean, let's just keep rolling. Now we have Team Fenster,
Alright.
Gorilla, and Father Xmas against the Nasty One, Empy, and
Oh,
John
man.
God. So let me ask Kryptos first. Are you gonna roll with the Nasty One, or are you gonna choose against your apprentice, disciple,
This Fenster
intern, whatever you want to call him?
I don't have a profile on Fenster. Maybe that's throwing me off. I could tell Gorilla's a little rusty, but he's still. I mean, he like last game was a good example. He still knows what to do in certain situations. So it's really difficult to tell because Fenster's a question mark to me. Because right now I want to say the nasty one, but then Fenster keeps coming in with high damage in these games, so it's throwing me off. To be honest, I don't have a
captured.
profile.
5 minutes remaining.
Okay, so we'll just say you don't have an opinion. Spy, what do you think?
Well, I'm leaning towards the nasty one.
Okay, I'll put that down for the Nasty One. All right, what about you, Spy?
Yeah, I want to see the nasty one do something this game. I want to see him bring it because he's a super he is a strong player. He's got like the strong base of everything. Like dodge as well. His RPG is pretty strong. He
Oh,
knows some up and down games, so yeah, I'm going nasty.
okay. I'll go with Team Fenster then.
All right.
Interesting positioning.
Ooh, that probably did more damage to Gorilla. He probably did more damage to himself.
Yeah, pretty even though with 2 players. That fella that's far off, whoever that is, far off by himself.
Oh, that was a whiff of an RPG from the Nasty One, but Empy was able to shoot down Gorilla.
He just doesn't use his position right now. He's being such a pigeon so far away from the ice.
Yeah, I mean that. All I can say is, yeah, exactly. Empy, 0 damage taken. There's an entire body of water that separates Empy and the rest of the action. The flag, the objective of the game is, King of the Hill, where 5 out of the 6 players were, yet you see Empy perhaps having no game awareness whatsoever. And yeah, I just don't know how he does it. It's
No.
inexplicable.
No, it boggles my mind. Like he's literally across the Atlantic Ocean there.
Yeah.
Just
Over.
That happened the last time. It was not last week, the week before. He was on the other side of the map on, I think it was combat or something. He was all by, it was, I forget what map it was, but he was all by himself for basically the entire game. And it was probably the deciding factor in that one. It was interesting.
Yeah, he certainly has a novel way of thinking. I'll put it that way. But yeah, I mean, this game was really interesting because, I personally thought that, Team Fenster, they got to the flag first. They were all kind of, I wouldn't say bunched up, but they were, playing as you would think a team would, within sort of shooting distance of each other. And meanwhile, you had John God and the Nasty One kind of separated. You could see that, John God came around this way, and then the Nasty One kind of came around this way, and then Empy, of course, was over here somewhere. So like they were really separated, which is a major disadvantage. It's not like they were trying to set up some crossfire or anything like that. Yeah, I'm really surprised that, this Team Fenster, they didn't just, one at a time, just kind of systematically go after these guys 3-on-1 and then, deal with Empy later. But I guess it wasn't meant to be.
I really, I'm seeing definitely some rust on Gorilla's part. I mean, just he has all principles and the game down, but he's just got to rub things off where things work out the way like they normally should. I think if there were another caliber player, like I don't know, I'm just throwing names out there, Raper, Mecha, Karma, whatever, any of them in there, he would be taking note and probably step up his game. That's my opinion.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
Because it does, like, I think it's what we talked about before. It just seems like some of these games where it's just individual, like, one-on-ones, like 3 one-on-ones, instead of the team looking actually to exploit anything or go after somebody. So I think that just goes back to the rust as well, is that people aren't used to playing, like, in the team setting and everything.
yeah, I mean, but even though, I mean, even now, we have some clowns. I'm not going to name any names, but they'll say something like, "Well, just give me one unit, and then as long as I kill, another unit of equal or greater value, then I made profit and I'm contributing to the team, even though it's clearly an individual effort. There's no teamwork whatsoever. It's just playing for stats." But I'm not going to name any names. Why don't we just keep going on with game number 5 here? Yeah, I was talking about Kryptos, and Eastwind to a degree, but that was what, 3 years ago, something like that. But anyway, right now we have MP Gorilla and the Nasty One.
OD just holding multi-year grudges. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I don't hold any grudges. I don't know what you're talking about. I just have a good memory. Versus John God Fenster and Father Xmas. I hate to say it, but I like the composition of Team MP.
Yeah.
However, this person, MP himself, is kind of distancing himself from the rest of the team. We have
It shouldn't be shocking.
Flag.
that's true. So we will see.
I have to say, since you brought up Eastwind, that there was a time when Butters won, but like daily, and it was that I would beat him, and we were great teammates. But that was Reg. I had to throw it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's a very fun person to play with, even though, he's really good at reg. What was that? John God shooting an errant RPG, perhaps. I think the Nasty One wisely going to just double team the Nasty One and gun him down.
Yeah. Not much help from Red there, helping John, that's for sure.
Flag lost.
Yeah, I think now they're setting up a crossfire here. Someone threw a bad grenade, but
Probably empty.
It's not looking too great for John God's team right now.
No.
One holding back, the other one taking.
I mean, I like the aggressiveness of that with the stab.
okay, yeah, this is not looking good. Fenster playing actually a bit passive, even though he was kind of the aggressor in some of those earlier games.
In a tough spot.
Yeah, I don't know who to bet on.
Team eliminated.
Yeah, OD, you had it. You had it right.
Yeah, nice. I think that's maybe the second one I guessed right. I don't know. I was about to flip-flop just because I saw how far behind MP was.
Yeah.
But then he ends up getting the most damage in the game. 14 damage. More damage than the entire team of John God. So maybe it's this sort of unconventional strategy that's actually secretly very genius on MP's part. Who knows? I mean, it's just bewildering to me how he just picked up another team captain win, and there I am sitting 0-4. So I mean, who knows?
Well, there is a strategy itself. Actually, I could name players, but there's a strategy somewhat letting other people take enemy fire while you take opportunities to shoot the enemy while the enemy's shooting at your teammates.
I don't know who that would be.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a few.
a lot of opportunists, but I would say that as of now, the one player who is not sort of the opportunist type is definitely the nasty one. In pretty much every game I've seen so far, he has been on the front line, firing the first shots.
Taking the shot.
And so, even though it doesn't always work out in his favor, I really like that style of play. I really like the aggressiveness. I like the willingness to be the punching bag of the team. That's a lot how I model my game after. I'm always the one in the S2 games going to the plains, getting RPG'd, etc. I love it, and I couldn't imagine myself being one of those cowards who goes to the swamps and tries to steal the flag, and that sort of thing. Like a certain Frenchman I know, he's very notorious for that kind of behavior. I wouldn't play it any other way.
No, for sure. I find Nasty One almost has the same sort of style of play that Hobbes does, where just like his only mode is just being aggressive, and sometimes like it blows up in his face, but other times he can just wreck houses. So
Yeah, exactly. Is this a repeat? This one's Bloodshed and this one's Bloodshed JG. I don't know what the difference is, but let's find out.
here we go.
All right, so now we have opposite corners. The Nasty One, Fenster, and Father Xmas against John God, MP, and Gorilla. So actually, I think this is a pretty balanced arrangement here. I really think it's a coin toss, honestly. But for the sake of not being, not being Switzerland, I'm just gonna go with Team John God here. What about you, Spy?
Well, I always gotta choose the opposite of you, so I'll go Nasty One. But they are really even teams. Like it's hard to bet against Gorilla, but I think Nasty One's AFK right now.
Yes, we see.
2 units.
Well, actually, it's Father Xmas who's. Oh, okay.
Nice. You just left a unit there.
Oh wait, no. Okay, so the Nasty One might have given Father Xmas 2 units or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Five
I think he
minutes
gave a unit,
remaining.
but then didn't say that he gave a unit, and then fat.
Okay.
Right,
Well,
so
yeah. That is one of Father Xmas's Achilles' heels is that he's not so great on the communication front. It could be language problems. I don't know. I mean, I went to Peru with the guy. He understood what I was saying.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, maybe he just chooses not to listen to people. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like Nasty's back though. He's coming up to the front.
Okay. Yeah.
This hill they're climbing on though.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, shooting down on people is definitely good, but as you can see, it really slows down your movement. So there is a bit of give and take there, and especially if there's 2 people on this hill, it makes RPGs, lobbing an RPG that much more attractive. So I don't know how I feel about that.
I think both of them are very RPGs. So right now, Nasty is going to get one.
Yeah, this is Nasty. This is Fenster. Father Xmas is going behind a tree to heal, I guess. We got John God, MP, and Gorilla here.
So Gorilla and MP should be pushing out right now. Because he's already thrown it out.
Oh, Gorilla almost. Oh, yep. Oh, yeah. That is not good.
Game over.
I was waiting for one of those nades. I was gonna say earlier, it's gonna be. A nade.
Oh, that was a beautiful fire nade. Didn't quite kill the Nasty One, but it was a well thrown grenade nonetheless. Yeah, I mean, I really thought, the red team, Team John God, they, again, they went in, they were nice and concentrated. The Nasty Ones team, they had some AFK issues, so they were a little less together, and somehow they died. I thought Gorilla and I'm not sure if it was MP or John God, but when they were both on this ridge here, I mean, the nasty one was just a sitting duck. He was in this valley, yet I saw either Gorilla or MP just kind of trying to walk towards the flag. I think they missed an opportunity to just gun him down. This person on the hill was probably a non-factor, as long as you could dodge his bullets, Fenster's bullets. But yeah, I mean, I think there was a lost opportunity there to take out the nasty one, because he was definitely isolated in this little canyon. And had MP and Gorilla decided to shoot down on the nasty one, I think that could have changed the tide of this game. That unfortunate fire nade notwithstanding. But yeah, what do you guys think?
Go for it, Skate.
Oh, all right. I guess I'll say something. So I didn't quite catch it. The nasty one have an RPG zooked Gorilla, because if that was the case, then that was definitely intentional on the nasty one's part. Otherwise, he wouldn't be rushing two people. And on the flip side of that, a Gorilla and the other player should have known better. If a guy's rushing you, he's probably got an RPG. So don't sit there and wait for the zook or suicide. But I don't know. Maybe one of you catch. Did he have an RPG?
I believe he shot. He shot because if it was an RPG, we would have seen more body parts. I think Gorilla got shot, and then he dropped the fire nade, which then killed the other person. I think that's how it happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see he's got 2 kills.
Yeah, so I think he killed Gorilla, and he killed the last person in the game. I forgot, it was either John God or MP.
Well, he's definitely being more aggressive. Which I was hoping that would continue. That's good to see.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely the most aggressive player out of these 6, and in addition to various experience and skill levels, or whatever you want to say, the fact that they also have different playing styles, that also adds to the excitement of these games. So it's good to see. Okay, now we have Beyond Recall. Let's see what this map is all about. All right, this is going to be Fenster, the Nasty One, and Gorilla against MP, Father Xmas, and John God. So, Kryptos, who do you like in this one? I think I could kind of tell who you like, but
yeah, I'm just kind of, man, these games are, especially the maps. Gorilla has not played these maps, well, except for Recon and Combat. I don't think he played Recon yet, but I'm pretty sure the only map that he's been familiar with is Combat. I don't know if that's helping him much, but I'm gonna go with the nasty one, or Fenster, Gorilla, the nasty one.
okay, well, that might be a very good choice, because it looks like they have the high ground. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. Oh,
All captured.
Fenster did not pick up an RPG. He just threw a nade. And we have a delayed RPG from Father Xmas. That was probably a French lag there. And it looks like he's going to get bumped down. Do we see the nasty one with... Was that a butt block? And then the grenade killed the other guy?
Yeah. I don't. It's been a long time since I've seen something like that.
I mean, that is the nasty one there for you. That was nasty.
Yeah, that was a nasty move right there.
Okay, now we have some stabbing action, probably. Going to close this game out.
Team eliminated.
There we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, look at that damage.
Yeah, I think it was more or less over from the start, as soon as Team Fenster had this sort of high ground, and there were 2 people walking up this choke point right here, and then
Yeah.
I don't know who was in the back, but I mean, they were definitely disconnected, and it was really just a matter of time. I mean, there was a beautiful, you know, butt block or whatever you want to call it that killed one of either Father Xmas or John God. But I mean, even had that accident or that fluke not happened, I still think Fenster's team would have won anyway. So,
Yeah,
but what do you guys think?
Game over.
I have to agree with you.
I think as much as it pains me to say, I agree with you, Odie. That it seemed like they had the terrain lucky bounces. They had that win.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I just want to say I'm really enjoying watching the nasty one with his aggressiveness. I
Yeah.
haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah,
It's nice to see people play
exactly.
aggressively.
You know, it's kind of like, when you're at the bar and you know that Brad Pitt guy isn't there. I mean, if you're the most handsome person at the bar, I mean, it's your ocean, man. So I think the nasty one, I mean, in a similar fashion, like he's saying, you know, like
I mean, let's granted, I wasn't there, you know, so kind of had the responsibilities to step up.
yeah, I mean, but he's really stepping up. He's taking the initiative, and you know, you can tell that he really wants to improve his somewhat dismal in free for all. Well, actually, you know, these are 2-team games, but you know, he's trying to improve his tournament standing, and you know, by the looks of things, he's well on his way to accomplishing that. I think we just saw. Did we just see? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, game 8 now. Ooh, this is a classic map. Let's see what happens here.
This is your favorite map, isn't it, Odie?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't.
I don't know. You seem to pick it a lot. So it's your favorite.
Is
I had
it?
a question for both of you.
Okay. Well, hold on to that question. Let me just ask you really quickly. Fenster, Nasty One, Gorilla, John God, MP, Father Xmas, Kryptos. Who do you like?
Going with N1,
Okay.
the next.
Spy. Who are you going with?
I want to see a comeback win. Because it's just this is the same teams as the last game, correct?
Oh, that's something I didn't even realize. Yes, I believe you are correct. Very observant from someone who I don't typically associate with being observant. That was great.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So Kryptos, you said you had a question. Yeah. What is?
Yeah, when I remember, I'll ask you.
Oh, you
5
already
minutes
forgot.
remaining.
Sorry about that, man. Like, I really wanted to get out the
It'll come back.
predictions. Yeah, hopefully it'll come back to you.
No. It's interesting though. I mean, Xmas, MP, they're very
Flag
familiar with
captured.
this map. I feel like that might help them here. So, Gorilla, I feel like MP Xmas might have some synergy here.
Yeah, we have some sneaking around here from Father Xmas. We'll see if he'll line up an RPG or if
That
he'll
is
just shoot. Oh,
Flag.
sailed over somebody's head. So now we see,
Who's that hanging back on the south or the?
yeah, we see the Nasty One and Father Xmas fighting, and MP. I mean, did you even have to ask?
Of course, it's
John God teaming up against Gorilla, but Gorilla doing a very good job avoiding enemy fire.
There's a good one-on-one.
Yeah, I thought for a minute that Fenster and the Nasty One would just team up against Father Xmas, but then, you know, he just kind of backed off a bit.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks like Nasty One has it. That's just making a run for it, which is smart.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Nasty one. Hopefully, continues.
Flag captured.
So that's it. They should be like there's no chat going on.
Oh, nice. Nasty One finishes off Father Xmas.
gods are going 0 for 0.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure why Gorilla decided to walk into the fire. Now he's kind of trapped in
Yeah,
his...
he's trying to utilize that.
He just blew himself. Fire naded. Oh man,
Good
Gorilla is not having a great day. So
And he should push that, push nasty.
oh, nice, almost Zook by the
Team
net.
eliminated.
Oh, and then I think Emby might have just fallen over with some shrapnel or something. Yeah, I don't know if he actually got shot, or maybe it was Fenster with a long distance shot. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I mean, we see all 3 kills, 18 damage from the
There you go,
nasty
Nasty.
one. He
You love
was,
to see it.
yeah, he definitely, he stopped that, that flank attack from that Frenchman, Mr. Father Xmas, and then he he helped mop up the other 2. But what I would really say is, aside from that fluke, aside from walking into the fire and then mysteriously blowing himself up, Gorilla was really holding it down in this area. For a while there, it was 2-on-1, and Gorilla was sort of dancing for his life there, and that allowed the nasty one to focus more on killing Father Xmas, and yeah, so I think Gorilla actually deserves some credit there, as much as he hates to give it, but it is what it is.
Yeah. But again, like, I'm not trying to butter up Nasty One too much, but I think him fighting Fats uphill, winning that fight, and then still coming around the whole map to put in the rest of the work.
Yeah, I
Got
mean,
that
he
nice
basically
control.
killed everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was an interesting game. I really thought that the red team would have won that, but the nasty one had other plans. And all right, let's see what happens in game number 9. This is Arena. Have you thought of that question yet, Kryptos, or has it still evaded?
No, it'll come.
All right, we'll be patient. So this is one of those games where they start next to each other. We have Fenster Gorilla, John God versus Father Xmas, the nasty one, and Empy. Actually, we haven't really called, aside from the earlier games, we haven't talked about Empy that much. He's kind of been under the radar, I guess, mostly because we've been talking about the nasty one and Gorilla so much. Why don't we just dedicate this game specifically to Empy? We'll just follow him, which probably means we're going to be just, following the back, like. But
Yeah, scenery.
okay, so
That's it.
oh,
Like,
we have Empy pile popping here.
5 minutes remaining.
Or
He
sorry.
just needs to play less passively. Like, if he was a little bit more aggressive, because he plays aggressively, he makes such a bigger impact.
Flag captured.
Yep. We now see the nasty one and Father Xmas trying to perhaps isolate Gorilla, whereas Empy's trying to hold off the other 2.
Oof.
Yeah, but if there were someone, to take shots at and weren't going to probably hit, they'd be shooting at Gorilla.
So I don't know why that other guy is running away. Like, they should be both pushing.
Yeah, John God,
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
trying
he's
to
probably-
helping Gorilla. And the Empy is going to get stabbed. So perhaps we followed Empy in the wrong game, I don't know. But now we have Father Xmas taking a very wide angle here. Empy firing an RPG, almost killing John God. His teammate, I might add.
No, MP's dead though.
Somebody else used the humor.
Team eliminated.
Okay, well,
You see how much shots were taken at Gorilla? I mean, there's just some players. I'll use Spy as an example. Sometimes I'm not going to shoot at him unless there's a certain opportunity. I'm going to have a better chance shooting his teammates and actually doing damage to them. You know, or I can just waste my time shooting at Spy. Because I know Spy could dodge, so I might shoot somebody else. You know?
Yeah.
I kind of feel like Gorilla's one of those players you can keep shooting at him, especially when he's not rusty, and he'll keep dodging, you know. So it's sometimes better
over.
just go for another.
yeah, well, I mean, there's basically two things you're doing when you're playing World War II. You're either shooting at somebody or you're trying to improve your position. And so what you're basically saying is you'd rather get a good angle on Spy instead of taking some shots that you don't think even have a decent chance of hitting him. Is that what you're saying?
I'll look for opportunities to shoot anybody, but trying to look at I always try to look at the bigger picture and like the future outcome. Like try to look a little future oriented, get in a position with a teammate, and then use that momentum. People like Spy and you pick up on that kind of coordination. Other people may not. I won't name people, but I would just say
in-game awareness.
All right. Well, there's a little bit of World War II philosophy or World War II theory for you. Anybody out there who likes that kind of stuff? It's definitely, not just a matter of, who has the best clicking ability or, who has the best reflexes or anything like that. I mean, there are several games within the game of World War II, and I think Kryptos really illustrated just one of those games about how sometimes it's better to just save your bullets and be sort of an opportunist. Other people, like the nasty one, like to go in there guns blazing. Spy just sent me a message. I don't know. Did you mean to send a message, or what do you?
Yeah.
Should I open it? What do you?
quick open it on live stream.
Open it on live stream? Why?
I just said I've got to bounce in like 1 or 2 games from now.
Are you kidding me? Okay, so let's just go through these really quick. So 1 or 2 games means like 3 or 4 games. Okay, so we have Fenster, Father Xmas, John God, Nasty One, Gorilla, Empy, right next to each other.
There we go.
I got to go with the Nasty One, Gorilla, and Empy. What about you guys? Spy first.
No, I want to see Fenster. Fats has been having a couple of rough games. I'd like to see him bounce back because he can definitely be a solid teammate and help each other out. I want to see Fenster's prove you wrong.
All right, sounds good.
Well,
Who do you...
I'm betting on the Nasty One. I just hope the map. Gorilla's not familiar with it. That's a little concern I have.
Oh, I think they see each other. Here we go.
So,
or maybe they don't see each other. What's going on? Ooh, he lobbed it. Why doesn't he pop the pile? Oh, he fires the Nasty One with a pretty bad zook. I think he could have popped that pile.
Yeah.
He was looking the wrong way.
I don't understand why no one's popped that pile.
Now we have a Hail Mary from Empy shooting from way in the back. Oh, I thought it was about to connect. But yeah, of course we see Empy in the back taking pot shots. Not really.
Classic.
Maybe Father
Here's
X.
something I would give Empy some credit for. He knows his strengths and weaknesses, so that's why you won't see him on the front lines.
Yeah, no, he just stays in the back and just poaches. He just poaches damage. That's his move.
Whereas Gorilla, he'll be up on the front line. He can dodge. I hope Empy watches this later.
Oh, he will. He's gonna watch it for sure. Oh, the water.
Oh,
I like it.
Fenster able to gun down the nasty one.
Spencer's not scared of water.
Oh, Gorilla going with the control clicks.
Old school. That's good. Yeah.
I don't know
That's
what.
one thing I miss about players like Mecha and Raper, and like you could expect those control clicks, and like
Yeah.
sometimes that would be the whole fight. Who can control click in a 1v1? It's
Well, I mean, we can set up some one-on-one thing. I don't know how many people would join.
Eliminated.
I mean, we definitely have to lure out the likes of Karma and Raper and these kinds of guys. I mean,
Raper was KD as well.
yeah, for like a week, right? But
Yeah, but once you're branded, you're branded.
oh, okay, well, all right. So now we have Gorilla MP John God against Fencer, Nasty One, Father Xmas. But yeah, I mean, in a one-on-one match, I mean, I gotta go with the Swiss sensation, Raper. I think he would probably be really tough to beat in one of those one-on-one type scenarios.
He's one of the best.
Yeah, for sure.
But it would be fun, even though I'm pretty confident that I would have a pretty low chance of winning. I wouldn't mind setting something like that up just to get some cool one-on-one games in.
Yeah, I think Raper is one of the guys. Him and I would. The same with you and Death Bastard or East Wind, Fate. That Rap was one of the guys that they would just be doing 1v1s for hours, like a couple times a week, just going deathmatch like an hour and just going.
5 minutes remaining. Flag captured.
All right. Well, we actually have John God in a very precarious. Oh, this might hit.
Oh boy,
Oh, money shot.
Captured.
who shot that?
Was that from? Oh, that was from Fenster. I thought it was going to be someone else, but okay. Yeah, that was a great shot there by Fenster.
Yeah.
And we see MP not really defending his teammate. He's kind of running away.
Hanging back. Oh. Just throwing a nade at Gorilla.
He throws a nade. He blows up a little guy. MP.
Or girl.
Oh.
He finally plays Recon, and that's what happened to him.
MP. What is he doing?
You guys ever seen a picture of Gorilla?
Team
No.
eliminated.
No.
He's like a gorilla. He's a big dude.
Yeah, big boy, eh?
Yeah, man. He's
I mean,
bodybuilding.
Game over.
they got some thick people over in that the Midwest. It's like
Yeah.
football country, or like mountain men country. Oh, we have a skater for life map here, Autumn Recon. Let's jump into this.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him? Okay. But
Oh,
yeah, one thing to know is that we have gone from the two teams to the to a free for all here. Father Xmas appears to have bowed out. So I think
Probably late.
these might be free for all games from here on out. I'm not really sure. We see MP, John God going after each other.
Let's see it, John God. Let's see it.
I mean, he's standing on those fire nades. Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Player eliminated.
Oh, we got a spinning health pack. Did you guys see that? That was interesting.
Flag captured.
Yeah, I like
5
the
minutes
dance moves
remaining.
too.
I mean, that thing did like a question mark shape. It was like that, and then wow, that was weird. But yeah, MP dying. MP the first one to die. Can't say I'm that surprised. see Fenster and the Nasty One.
This
This
should
is
be
a
good.
classic, you know, big hill versus little hill kind of fight.
Fencer's in prime, getting into position there. That part of the hill.
Yeah, and the Nasty One did have an RPG, so I don't know why he didn't let it fly. He could still let it fly right now. Okay, there he goes. Yep.
Gorilla though he has no RPG.
Well, now, yep, Gorilla, he is... Yep, there you go. You knew that was going to happen. Yeah, Gorilla Buddy, the fire sets off the RPGs, just in case he didn't know. Now he should know.
Those things, these little things turn to be big things.
Flag
Rust,
captured.
you know, like he wouldn't do that. Yeah. Just, the rust will brush off.
Oh yeah.
I still believe
I
in
hope
you.
I hope it does before finals. Oh, that was a beautiful, nice fire nade there from John God. Unfortunately, the Nasty One unable to close out the game, but he did get 26 damage. He was, you know, he headed straight for the middle, and he was just fighting anybody, you know, any and all takers, and you know, that aggression. Even though the game format is different, it's now free for all. It is still apparent that the Nasty One is by far the most aggressive player. Gorilla, unfortunately, having an accident, you know, unfortunately forgetting the fact that the fire will set off RPGs, you know, didn't do much in that game. But yeah, so can you do these last three, Spy?
You have 3 left.
Yeah,
Buddy.
I mean, I'm trying to go as fast as I can here.
Yeah. Speed it up.
Oh,
Put in
speed it
4
up. All
times.
right. We got 8x going. I don't see any engagements yet. Okay, this is going to happen soon.
Flag.
Okay, there we go.
Flag contested.
I think that was a couple minutes
5
off, but
minutes remaining. Flag.
all right, we see the
captured.
Nasty One, of course, at the top of the hill. Fenster, John God, Gorilla, and Empy way behind.
Is that John God right at the
Oh, Fenster is going to get blown up.
Flag contested.
John God with a nice heal there.
Flag captured.
When I say with heroes, it's nice to see the actual damage again. Instead of getting like 3 to 4 damage.
The good old 12.
Yeah, it's nice to see the dozens back. Really nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Flag
Oh,
lost.
Oh, that's a good nade.
Player eliminated.
Nice nade from Empy.
Flag
Was that
captured.
empty that did that?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Sucks.
But now we have a
Flag
a
contested.
3-person standoff between
Come on.
Nasty One, Empy, and Gorilla. Going for the stab. Nasty
Flag
One gets
captured.
Empy. Nice stab
Player
there. Uh-oh.
eliminated.
Oh, and he can't escape that Gorilla nade. That was a well-thrown nade from Gorilla.
Yeah.
And he's going to win this game.
Player eliminated. Game over.
Gorilla finally got his break.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice to see
exactly. All right. Oh, now we have the incomparable Gerald Toad making an appearance to
Yes.
sort of even up the games. Oh, but it's still free for all. Okay. We have a couple of close starts. We have Gorilla and John God, and then Gerald and Empy starting pretty close to each other. But they do not appear to want to engage each other. So, but we do see Empy taking this long way around. I think he did see Gerald, and so I think he's going for the shoot him in the back strategy, which doesn't surprise me at all.
No, I mean he might just
Flag
say, "Hey,
captured.
we're an alliance." Stab in the back. That's more his stuff.
Yeah, well, okay. So now we have the Nasty One and Gerald. I I think Jarrell's about to get zooked here.
Player
Yep.
eliminated.
See ya.
5 minutes.
And then empty,
Player
empty with
eliminated.
the vulturous
Flag
zook
captured.
from these boxes over here. I guess that's a pretty good angle. Yeah, I mean, can't really blame him for doing that.
That's what he do.
I just hope he get. Yeah, even the nasty one says amazing. Taken aback by that. Oh, I didn't. Unfortunately, I missed that. But this is the showdown that we all want to see. Gorilla versus Empy. Gorilla does have his RPG. Empy, of course, does not because he fired it earlier.
Flag captured.
Gorilla seems to be ignoring Empy and instead going after Fenster. I guess Gorilla
Flag
thinks Empy is a
captured.
non-factor in this game.
I mean, story checks out. This is a good map though. Like it's a fun map to play because you can use
Flag
that berm
captured.
that Gorilla's on.
I just remember there was a game in week 1 where I was here,
Flag
you were here, Kryptos was
Right.
here, and you guys double teamed me, and I think I ended up losing that game. Not my favorite.
It's fun though because you're playing mercenary with it. On skate, you took that win.
All right, what is Gorilla gonna do? I don't know why he hasn't shot Empy.
You know,
He's looking
I
for
feel
that
like they
Zook
always-
angle.
they always have a long-standing truce.
Flag captured.
Is he suiciding? Okay, so we're starting to see some dirty behavior here.
Oh yeah, gotta love the hate play at the end of the games.
That was pretty filthy, I must say.
Game over.
And I'm starting to get the feeling that these games are kind of losing their seriousness.
Oh yeah, the care factor is going out the window.
Yeah, I mean, this is the last game, but I think there were a few more free-for-all games with 4 people, but I decided to just do 5 or more in the interest of time. But yeah, when you see Gorilla doing stuff like that, a lot of his previous actions are now understandable. The care factor does seem to be pretty low with him today, so hopefully he will be a little more serious in these subsequent weeks.
Alright, so I don't remember if it was the same question, but a question. Both then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Regarding the tournament, like, do
Flag
either of you,
captured.
what's your opinion on how many people actually pay attention to the tournament stats and winning
5
like,
minutes
versus
remaining.
their normal play? Like, do you think how much of an influence does that have on maybe on even what players? In other words,
Eliminated.
do you think some players are more oriented on just playing the game, or more oriented on winning points for their tournament?
I think with the format of this tournament, they're kind of those
Flag
are like intertwined, right? Because you're rewarded for more wins. So I don't think everyone's just trying to play their game and win. They can probably be a little strategic with it if they can be, but
Yeah, I mean, this is a sort of different tournament format from the ones I've done in the past, which emphasize
Flag
like ratios and that kind of thing. This one's all about wins, and I
Yeah.
think that it gives sort of an equal playing opportunity, or an equal playing field for a lot of the people who we see guys like Xenophone winning all the time. Oh wow, we got a big explosion there.
unlimited RPG.
Yeah. I've deduced that by the way this game has gone. Thank you for pointing out things that most rational people would consider obvious.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're really using up that World War II knowledge for me. But anyway, yeah, so this is going to be the last game. We have MP shooting blind RPGs, and Fenster, who is unfortunately against the ropes here. I really hope he can kill MP, but it's going to be a long shot.
Gonna be tough. let's see
Oh,
let's
he
see.
almost had it.
Still
Come
has a
on,
chance.
Fenster, get him, Fenster.
Get it. Yeah, that's too long. It won't hit.
Oh no, come
That'd be
on,
hilarious.
Captured.
get him.
It's RPG.
Oh, that's too far. Get him, Fenster. Just zook it. Zook the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, that might do it. That might do it. No. Oh, come on, guys. All right.
Oh my!
Fencer, just go for it. Just do it.
Come on, Fenster.
This has been the most exciting game.
Exactly. I mean, oh, that's it right there. Money. Oh, he survived. Fenster, come on. This has to be it.
No way. No way. That's
Player.
Oh, he blew himself up.
what a way to end.
Yeah, so Fenster, his RPG landed here. MP had just fired his RPG, which blew up and then killed him. What a sequence of that was an interesting. Wow, that was great.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Good job, Fenster, killing that plague, disease that is Mr. MP, who represents the Commonwealth. Spy, I believe you joined the Commonwealth. Is that true?
No. No, I didn't join any. MP was saying that I was part of it, and every time he said that, I would say no. And I never wore the tag. I never said anything, and he would just keep saying that. Oh yeah, I'm part of it. No, hard pass. Hard pass.
Okay,
on
well,
that.
you heard it here. You heard it here first. That Spy never officially joined the Commonwealth, and I guess that leaves MP as the only member.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, obviously, we all have different things to get around to doing, and so in the interest of time, just wanted to say, thanks to both of you for hopping on, and I'll be around this weekend, so hopefully you guys can show up on. I guess it will be Sunday, 2 o'clock, right?
Yeah, I'd say around there.
Okay, great. Do you guys have any last words or thoughts and comments? Spy.
Just appreciate you hosting this cast and your involvement with the tournament, doing all this, get people together for some good games, even though I wasn't able to make it for these. But it's good to see, some old timers like Gorilla, for example. Hopefully, he comes back and plays in this next round, and even more players. So, considering we weren't there, if we were all there, I mean, that'd be a full game, and like almost full house. We'd probably attract even more people. But I see the nasty one on the meta server, so I'm just gonna hop on there.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna get some practice in?
Yeah. Skate, you need that practice. Shake off the rust, buddy.
Yeah, I guess.
Get a real internet connection.
Yeah. No more hotspot. But no, I think it's exactly what. I think I agree completely with what Skate said. Yeah, just good on you, OD, for putting in the work to host, to bring us all back to get some games in, because it's super fun.
Yeah, I mean, all I know is you said I think you said that you were gonna try and contribute more to these tournaments. The next thing I know, I mean, you're not really doing anything. So I mean,
I'm the host with the most, baby. That's what I've always brought to the table. You do the background work, and then I bring my personality, and which brings the people.
so basically, you're admitting that you're a marketer.
Yeah. Oh, completely.
That's disgusting. I hate marketers. Okay, but anyway, yeah. So I know you guys got to get going. So
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks for hopping on. Hopefully, I'll post this video later tonight. And I'll talk to you guys later.